There is a very small detail, almost invisible, that many men get wrong when they hug a woman, and most of the time they don't even realize it. Yet that tiny moment speaks loudly to her subconscious. Without a single word being exchanged, it can quietly signal uncertainty, hesitation, or a lack of emotional presence. And the truth is, her body notices it instantly. Before logic steps in, before she can explain anything, an impression has already begun to form. What makes this important is that a hug is not just a social gesture. It is a form of nonverbal communication that goes straight to the emotional center of the brain. In just a few seconds, it can create a sense of comfort or discomfort, safety or distance. This isn't about overthinking or trying to perform perfectly. It's about understanding how simple physical connection can influence emotional perception in a very real way. Most men were never taught how to approach this kind of moment with awareness. Society often focuses on what to say, how to impress, or how to appear confident, but it rarely explains how to express calm, grounded presence through something as simple as touch. So if you've ever felt unsure in these moments, it doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It simply means no one showed you what actually matters beneath the surface. There is a basic principle behind all of this. Emotional responses often happen before logical thinking. When a woman experiences a hug, her body is already answering quiet internal questions within seconds. Does this feel safe? Does this feel genuine? Is there calm confidence here or tension and uncertainty? These answers don't come from words. They come from how the moment feels. Even if you are kind, intelligent, and well-intentioned, a disconnected or awkward hug can unintentionally send mixed signals. And those signals can shape how she feels around you moving forward, often without her even realizing why. Understanding this isn't about pressure, it's about awareness. Once you see it clearly, small changes can make a meaningful difference in how your presence is felt. Now let's gently explore the patterns that often create that disconnect, so you can recognize them without judgment and begin to shift them naturally. The first is what we can call the hesitant hug. This is when your arms barely make contact, your body leans away, and there is almost no real connection in the moment. Sometimes it turns into a quick side hug, as if you are unsure whether you should be there at all. While it may feel polite on the surface, underneath it can communicate uncertainty. Her body may read this as emotional distance, even if that was never your intention. On the other side, there is the overly intense hug. This happens when the grip is too tight, the hold lasts too long, or the contact feels overwhelming rather than comfortable. In these moments, what is meant to show confidence can instead feel like pressure. The body naturally reacts by becoming alert rather than relaxed. When personal space feels crossed, even slightly, it can create a sense of unease. Respecting boundaries is not just a social rule. It is something people feel physically and emotionally in real time. Then there is a quieter pattern that often goes unnoticed, the absent hug. Here, your body is present, but your attention is somewhere else. Maybe your mind is distracted, your breathing becomes shallow, or your posture feels stiff. You might pull away too quickly, almost as if the moment made you uncomfortable. Even without words, this lack of presence can be felt. It can leave the impression that the connection wasn't genuine or that the moment didn't truly matter to you. What all of these have in common is not that they are wrong in a harsh sense, but that they miss one key element: mindful presence. A hug is not about technique alone. It is about how grounded and aware you are within yourself during those few seconds. When your body feels calm, steady, and respectful, that feeling naturally transfers to the other person. And this is something you can develop gently, without pressure, simply by becoming more aware of how you show up in the moment. Now let's shift into what creates a sense of comfort and trust, the kind of hug that feels natural, respectful, and emotionally steady. This is not about trying to impress or perform. It's about being present in your body and allowing that calm presence to guide the moment. When you approach a hug with quiet confidence, your body language becomes clear without needing to say anything. Start with your posture. Keep your stance balanced and relaxed, as if you are fully grounded where you stand. This physical stability often reflects emotional stability. As you move into the hug, let your arms wrap with gentle intention, not too loose, not too tight. One hand can rest naturally along the upper back, while the other supports the middle of the back. This creates a feeling of structure and ease at the same time. Breathing plays a bigger role than most people realize. When your breath is slow and steady, it signals calmness to your own nervous system, and that calmness can be felt by the other person. There is no need to rush. A few seconds, around 2 to 4, is usually enough for the body to register comfort without the moment becoming awkward. In that short time, a sense of safety or tension can quietly take shape. As you release the hug, do it gently rather than abruptly. Small details, like easing your hands away naturally and maintaining soft eye contact for a brief moment, can help the interaction feel complete rather than cut off. These are subtle signals, but they leave a lasting emotional impression. What matters most is not perfection, but awareness. A simple hug can reflect how present, respectful, and grounded you are as a person. When that presence is genuine, it creates a space where the other person can feel at ease without needing to question it. Over time, these small mindful shifts can strengthen how others experience your energy, not just in a single moment, but in the overall connection you build with them.